So you are in the last segment of your program, Beliefs in Believer, and your subject is about today about the patient. As I mentioned, Allah promised the patients the highly position in Akhirat, in hereafter. And He promised and He said, وَجَزَاؤُهُمْ بِمَا صَبَرُوا وَجَنَّةُ حَرِيرًا. So it means the person has a patient for all kind of calamity or problems, or people make some pressure on the person, make cruelty, those all, the person must be patient. So that's why, and the reward by Allah is the Jannatul Harira. It means everybody go to Jannat, but the patient people has a difference is they have the uniform from silk. Their clothes, their uniform, and silky, yes. But this person is free to go with the 8 of places can go, because he was the most like Ayub alayhi salam, like any other. Someone is accusing somebody, and he was patient. Somebody was in the army has no any food, and then still he is fighting against the politics, against the enemy. And then he killed, of course he is shaheed, and at the same time he is a sabirun, among the sabirin, among the patients. The patient is also one of the best weapons also, like that the verse I mentioned it to you, that one person against 10 person can fight. So, but all about is mu'minin, the believers. The believers has a most high degree than Muslimin by the submitter. The one who submit, I'm a Muslim, he do all kind of things. But the mu'minin has a second layer of believing, and to be perform all kind of rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all kind of happiness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to watch what the person do to be safe from all kind of trouble, or if someone is make a pressure on him or something, he has to be patient. Now we have to question what example we can give about the patient in our way of body wise. So for example, we can say, so if it be stomach problem, and we can say about it, there is a medication, or do this or eat this thing to be a cure the disease or the pains. But how about the patient? Now the patient, we know the word of patient is a simple noun word, and has a place in the Quran, and also in Arabic word patient. In the English, in Arabic language, only name is sabr, that only. But we cannot see it and we talk something like we cannot see the weather, we cannot see the angel, we cannot see the Saturn, we cannot see the demands, but we believe. And the same things that the sabr also is one of the word that we cannot see it, but we see the reflection, we see the action, the signs. And this is also we can see as a non-visible things, is only we can feel as signs and reflection at all. So, and also the question is that is it in the human or in any other creation has it like this to do that one? Patient? Probably yes. For example, the trees which we see, the skin of trees is in a piece because the pressure from the outside, either by snow or by something weather, cold or hot, but the trees is patient, even though the skin of the trees is piece, that kind of rough. Because if he is not be patient, or that the trees is not patient, that cannot come fruit. And if some any pressure is coming here and then he become dry, how the fruit will bear. So the same thing. This is one. The humanity also, the human being, that's the main thing, that has to be patient, that get a lot of reward either in this life as well as hereafter. For example, when a pressure comes to the on outside, and it's go directly to our head, that there is in the all activities and factor of those factory of everything is in our head. In our head is like there is a mind, there is a sense, there is an instinct, there is a conscience, there is perceptions, all of them in the head. For example, when a pressure or any sadness happen, touch in the center of head. Normally, first touch to the first item of the either sense, either instinct, غريزة, by like I mentioned, it essential. So then they transfer it, when they get it inside, that there's automatically the mind will think that is it given to the conscience or given to perception to make some kind of act up against him. These are the one is inside this. So when the pressures get inside these 5 things, 5 items which I said mentioned in the mind and sense and instincts and those perception, they are automatically makes a kind of separation like a container, and that's why Quran is come and talking about on that part which is in the container, is they call it sabr, is they call it patience. Also the pressure either from somebody or naturally. The center in the center will receive in the center either by air or by eyes contact. When someone sees something trouble, automatically become sad or become excitement. At the same time, when heard something from the ear, and suddenly affect the center mind, and resulted that the shows either crying or sometimes the conscience and perceptions cannot dissolve it, that the pressure which is come, the sadness or excitement is flow up, either go to by the water is coming from the eyes, crying, or if there's no other way to mind think, there is nothing, any way to find to cure about this sadness or something, and that's why you go towards to the spirituality, to the ruh, to the soul of the person. They throw it there, the mind. So the sign of that, which someone has received a very bad news from someone lost their loved one, or some accident, some kind of things, and pressure inside, and then they flow to the no remedy to fix it or something. There is no any future good about it or good result about it, but suddenly towards to the spirituality, towards to the soul, and soul is contact to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If someone has purposely put some bad things to the body, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is give a revenge to that person, the call it the crueler or pressures. The crueler guy will receive the action which he gave to the other person. And under pressure has been best reward. The person under the pressure, call it mazloom in Arabic, or disabled or something, that he will receive the excellent reward by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is when someone make a patient, always for any kind of trouble which has come to him, and he is patient, didn't act bad things, didn't not make any sin, or did not bad reaction against, and this is the mu'mineen, and this is the believer's attitude, the believer attitude. And that's why he has a tolerance, he has the result is finally a sweet things, either this dunya, this world, either as well as in hereafter. Like I said, the patient is the good things is to be patient. And may Allah bless you, inshallah. And next week I'll bring another subject to you, probably by Farsi language again. And may Allah bless you. Have a good week for you.